Good afternoon, my fellow Team Russia So I just I just did a silly little thing. I just accidentally dropped my headphones in the water. But the good news is it work. Like like these headphones, they're water resistant because look at the quality of it. Look at the water resistance of these headphones. Even if you twist these headphones like I did, like it is twisted, they still work because the phone, the the phone which I'm vlogging on is water resistant, so it's a good thing that these still work. These headphones, they're the best quality headphones. I know they are twisted up. They ended up in the dryer, and let me tell you, it's crystal clear sound. So that was an accidental test of the AMP headphones. This, if you read it like right here, these headphones, you can hear clearly with them because I mistakenly forgot them in my gym pants. So I'm sure that happens to many people who come home tired from working out. I just swam and I feel so good now. I feel so good to you right now. And guess what I got from McDonald's because they're promoting, I guess, Justice League, the boomerang. It is the boomerang, so if you can just see, Justice League is actually Catwoman, Batboy and Batgirl, as you can see. This is Batgirl and this is Batboy. Not as in the store Batboy, Batboy. Bat with a T, not BAT, bat. I know because of my speech language issue, I pronounce it Bat Boy. It sounds like, if I say it really quickly, it sounds like the store, as in the furniture store here in Toronto, Canada, called Last Man's Bad Boy. Nobody is the slogan, meaning that nobody can beat their prices. Last Man's Bad Boy was named after a history lesson from your boy Ray Rashid is the mayor of Toronto back in the early 2000s was Mel Lastman. Or when I first came to Canada, he was the mayor Mel Lastman, and now he's a businessman. He looks excellent. He still looks the same as he did when he was in office. Now he's a businessman. And because of him, I came to Canada when it was snowing, and I have the military to thank because back then I was a 5-year-old in a stroller, or 4, maybe 5-year-old in a stroller. Yeah, I was. If you guys can see this picture, this picture where I showed you earlier of me in Captain Majid and the cowboy hat, like as in Toy Story. This one, I was on Mama's shoulder, and then Hila was probably in the apartment or somewhere, or maybe in England where we stayed, because I was diagnosed in England actually, before emigrating to this beautiful country. You know why I say it's beautiful? Because of the services, technology. If I was in New York, I don't know what I would be with my life. I would be under major depression, but no, likely the YMCA, it is a very great service. I mean, still I'm on the parents' plan. So basically, they're with the government and they're the best because they support the special needs people and they don't ask them to pay extra. I just go in, swipe my card, and then the magic doors open. Like it's doors open for if you go to a government organization. You have to pay. I would have to pay money if I was treated like a normal adult. If I was treated like a normal adult, I would be. It wouldn't be nice for the disabled, and like, yeah, Markham YMCA, there it is. It's advanced security. It's ample parking. Next year when Teslas arrive, they have a charging stations. Even at the mall, they have charging station at the Magdalene Mall. And you know what? I'm becoming busier. Yeah, I'm becoming busy. I wanna see. I was invited to this 2020 Hacker Fest, Hacker Conference in 2021 in the city of Markham. He's the Markham mayor, Mr. Scarpetti, Frank Scarpetti, and he lives in Hong Kong, China, for the World Hacker Conference. It basically, if I can read it, it is the 29th. The mayor participated. Markham was the only municipality that participated in the 29th conference in Hong Kong in 2017 to assist the HCA, which is the Hacker Conference Association, I believe. They assisted them, Hong Kong assisted, no, actually the Markham City assisted Hong Kong conference in making the bid to host the conference here. So the city showcases 3,400 or 3,400 conference attendees representing 142 groups from 24 countries and regions, including China, Taiwan, Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Australia, France, and Britain, South Africa, Mexico, US, and others. And so you can see Markham, if you people don't know, is a city in Toronto, Canada. It is packed with Chinese people, mostly because we have a close partnership with Hong Kong. That's why this phone comes from. That's why my TV comes from. That's why my computer comes from. That's why even this watch comes from. Although Kodak is my digital watch, Kodak, is actually made in Canada, but the parts are made in China. Even my brand new twin turbo washing and dryer, I call it the two twins. They sound like a space shuttle every time I run it, and which is why we bought it, because the other ones were making tremendous amount of noise, and these ones are, even a baby can sleep through it. Basically, I just adore the children, because guess what? I'm planning on being a husband soon. I mean, kids, they bring joy to your life. Without kids, it's just like boredom. You can play with them. You can lose a lot of weight, because at McDonald's, when I went there, I witnessed so many kids. The cutest kid, small Chinese girl, the cute one. My parents were saying she resembles my sister who's married. My sister who is married off. And I am only the reason why, the reason why I like kids is because I'm the youngest of the family. I'm third youngest, so that means I'm third in line to the throne, as they say in because Canada has British rule. A brief history lesson: Canada was actually a British colony. And that's why the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Ottawa, where our Parliament House is, they have the British Royal Guard as their security, because in the Hill of Confederation in 1870, 1867, 1867, it was actually English Canada. So, long time ago in 1867, Canada was part of the British Battle of Vimy Ridge, which is in Paris, France, and I'm thankful to all those brave men and women who served to give my freedom. First, I have to thank even Markham. FYI, it has a long history. I think Markham was actually close to Markham in the city of Unionville. It was actually from 1700, so I don't know about Unionville because I don't live there, but I think Unionville, Markham, Newmarket, those were the first 3 cities to be named, I think. Or the Markham, Mississauga, Vaughan, Newmarket, Scarborough, 5 cities were first named. That's what my teachers have taught me about all the history of this land, and we have freedom to choose where to go in life, what to eat, what channels to watch. All these small details like phone, keyboard, they came from somewhere. So Canada has a very long history and there is a train a really old train, historic train, that brought, I think, black slaves to Canada, or that's what I have learned through in public school, high school. I was a history buff if I wasn't in this event services. I would be in the Tourism Ontario. Maybe I would be in Ottawa, but my grade 9 teacher, he was such a words cannot describe. If I can say to him, if I can say one word, I would call him, he kind of held me and thus Log hostage. He held in his grade 9 classroom, saying, "Oh, public school was public school. You weren't ready for high school." But in fact, I was ready. I was prepared. Me and my friends, we discussed him in detail. We said he wasn't a good teacher. People complained. Students, me and my fellow students, we complained to the principal, and the principal said, "Okay, we get that he's not a good teacher for special needs, so we will give you a replacement." So then in the special education classroom, we basically went through maybe dozens of special needs teachers: Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Lay, Miss Anita Boyd Diamond, Beverly, Mr. Hopkins, I can name 5 teachers, but we had, I personally had, my friends, we had the same teacher. We had the same teacher. We had like dozens of substitutes until we found a permanent teacher in my last year of grade 12, which was a really, really nice, respected teacher. I wish I had her since grade 9, but I had her in grade 12, and she convinced me to go to college because every time she was very approachable. So the thing is, with her, I could talk about my issues, my struggles. I wasn't a good mathematician. I basically struggled with math. So what she did was introduce, she would sit down, since she was a part of the LGBTQ community, she basically said, I will sacrifice my life for Ray's benefit. So she was very nice and welcoming and open-hearted, which I'm also open-hearted because of my teachers. They were so good. Mr. Kennedy was like my friend, and every time I would say, he would give me props. He would encourage me. I think because of all my good teachers, I am what I am today. I'm a good man. I hug people no matter if they're old, no matter if they're gay. I don't care because I had an LGBTQ teacher. And she also taught me don't overeat, eat soybean, eat food which is good for you. So my obsession is with the Happy Meal of McDonald's. I eat it every day because I have read so many books and I was a good food and nutrition student. So basically, I know everything that is there to know about food and nutrition. I'm reading one also. I watch Dr. Oz. I watch so many medical TV shows that I feel myself I'm knowledgeable and can share my knowledge with my future babies. I can say, sweetie, honey, listen, you don't have to overeat because look here, don't you want to become these players? And I am also a Special Olympics athlete. I have so many medals from public school. Excuse me, that's my McDonald's, McDonald's. It stays in your body, and I've seen the documentary of what happens if you eat McDonald's 3 times a day. So breakfast, lunch, dinner, I see what happens. The guy got so fat, he's still alive today because he went on a diet plan. He became the spokesperson of Subway restaurants. So basically, Subway's Subway's reputation is we're better than McDonald's. Choose us. And they have clever signage because Subway, the Y acts like a subway. And look here, I want to be as big as, who? I want my favorite player is this man right here. Aaron Judge. This man. This right here. Hello, cutie pie. Props, man. I just gave him props because he waved at me. Look, he's waving. Anything, Ryan, take it easy. You will become an athlete if you believe. And look at his bicep. Look at his strong muscular bicep, guys. Aaron Judge, look at him. He's awesome. And look at his number 12 right here. Look at him. He's so skinny compared to Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is the most muscular than number 12 of the Yankees. Number 12 here. This man, look at him. He looks like a small little boy compared to I often get him confused for Giancarlo Stanton, but since I'm a baseball fan, I know the difference between Aaron Judge, which in the Bronx, he has his own section called the Judge. Since his last name is Judge, they call his dedicated fan Judge's Corner. By the way, Blue Jays